Good evening, everyone. My name is Carolyn Doyle, and I'd like to welcome you to the Final Words event for 2018. And we have something and someone quite remarkable that we're going to enjoy for this last hour. I'm very pleased to introduce tonight Bill Bissett. And I have an introduction, but I feel as though I probably don't even need to give it, because I know that there's so many Bill friends here around the tables, but I'll give a very brief one. Canadian poet Bill Bissett was born in Halifax and started publishing in the 1960s. The author of more than 60 books of poetry. It's way more than 60, Bill, isn't it? 77 books of poetry. He is also a painter and musician, known for his unconventional writing style and spirited performances, which we are going to enjoy tonight. His collections of poetry include The Influenza of Logik, Loving Without Being Vulnerable, Scars on the Seehors, Narrativ, Enigma, Northern Wild Roses, and a new work will be published in the spring of 2019. And everything's half price tonight. There's a book table over there, and Bill's brought his best deals with him, so he won't let you leave without one. Bill founded Blue Ointment Press in 1964, which published contemporary writers. His awards include the George Woodcock Lifetime Achievement Award, the BC Book Prizes, Dorothy Livesay Poetry Prize. Bissett is the subject of the tribute anthology Radiant Dance of Being a Poetic Portrait of Bill Bissett in 2006. As a musician, he's composed songs and lyrics for and with the band the Luddites, and that's a special treat that we have for you tonight. We're very, very excited to have two of the Luddites, Favro and Peter Denny, who will be joining Bill after Bill's towards the end of Bill's reading. There's one Luddite, Jerry Collins, who's in England right now, who won't be here, but other than that, we will have a full Luddite performance. So please join me in welcoming Bill Bissett.
Thank you very much, Carolyn. It was beautiful. Is everyone excellent here tonight? Yes. Got to be excellent somewhere. Might as well be here. Cool. I want to open with a poem I've been writing on this glossy paper, this art card, and with the felt pen. So it has a luminous quality, and it's on my work table. And every morning I write a couple of lines on it. And it's partly about a true place I was in, and it's also partly about a true place I am in. And it's partly a true story about where I'm not. And tomorrow morning this card may change and it may say other things, but now it says, "The river is the dream. We are in the river dreaming inside time. The river is dreaming inside us, within time and space. Now there's a word that I can't read. It's handwritten, so I'm going to start again, and we'll see if I get it this time. Okay, the river is the dream. We are in the river dreaming inside time. The river is dreaming inside us, within time and space. We are the dreams in the river dreaming. Within us, time plays. The river is dreaming us. It is the space. Even we awake and all the branches are falling around us, swimming in the dream. We are the dreams dreaming beside Dr. Eames' etude, Dr. Seam's reprieve, The river is dreaming us. We are dreaming the river, sings and runs in our dreams. Sometimes we can't sleep. Something haunts us so much, and we remember the river and its call in and outside time, and its flow through us. The river listens, runs, and lifts our dreams. Even the time frame was perfect, and he said this with such languor that made you think of so many ships coming into harbor, safely and strong, all their sails many colors, in the many shades projecting from the sky. Ah, he further thought, much of the stress falling from him, from that long wait that perhaps only he was aware of as to whether he would ship out on his favorite ship, its purple sails emblazoned, in the early morning haze from the fog, and changing seasons, ice turning to yellow, wishing as mellow as it could be heading out to sea. Would he rather have stayed in the harbor without the stress of adventure, the sometimes stress of starting always again? Or, for it was the adventure sure, the salt water stinging his eyes and face, the pleasure of that and the possibility of treasure always enhancing him and his radiant searching. We are there you can find, you can find anything, you can find anything, at anywhere, any, at any time, you can find anything, anything you want anywhere, at any time, he said, so Shoshaba, Ashubala, and I I'm not sure me. I'm a mushabella, Kedishabella, Shabi Baba, Ushabishba, don't you love sitting here in the summer pavilion? And don't you love how the juniper bush sways so slightly in the almost still lake wind? Yes, but there are too many skulls in the harbor, in the larder, in the ardor, in the amour. Yet if we love each moment, blossom and breath, in out, will not keep us away from the war? Intelligence is used to kill quickly, to kill slowly, to expand territory, to shrink the spirit, to prolong life, to help the spirit, to end life, to destroy, etc., etc., etc. And yet we are having a hard time saving the bananas, monarch butterflies, and bees. Overheard in a crowded cafe, could we not prepare for the future by manufacturing powdered water now and storing it in vast quantities while we can, and when we would really need it? Shut up, his friend said. Can't you see how hard that would be? All that packaging is way too much. Explaining narrative number 7. By the time I got to the train station and the train was gone, I got to the train station and the train was. I got to the train station and the train. I got to the train station in the. I got to the train station in. I got to the train station. I got to the. I got to. I got to. I got to the. I got. I got. I. Writing without stories, meditations on Gold Mountain 7. Sometimes nothing will get done if you work within linear causality. What if that person never comes? And then how can I this or that? The iceberg Casturi, the third treehouse on the left. Did the message get through? At last I'm sleepwalking, a parade of ATVs. OMG, I'm calling about the renewal and the reset. Emerald dreams are ebullient and full of mercy. The castle is ancient, looking for all the openings. A discussion about faucets rapidly ensued. The mighty castle of love. Real dragons are in the moat, no worries. So much is inside each magic box. Fingers are expressions and hold the clay cups for gold tea of the soul. Drink openings are always happening. There's an opening on Venus, only 12 hours away. You must carry the new fridge to the 12th remonstrance on the fleshy curve of, in the hidden valley of, looking for the openings in the sleepwalking seam. Weren't you captain of the Wraith Nebulae? You did want to see someone about a transfer? A gone, you TT, a gone, go, and a TT avocado, avocado. The fate of bugs on a windshield is harsh. What if that's you? Do you worry about bugs on a windshield and what happens to them? Would you want to be one of them? Reincarnation blues? Help! 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 Those bugs on a windshield might have a soul too. Help! Help! When my father and daughter first met in heaven, they complained about me after telling each other how much they admired each other. They set in on more griping about me. Father said he was never the son I wanted. No lawyer there, some kind of ballet boy. I worried so for his security, I had to cut him out of my will. I understand, my daughter said. He could not control things and the situations around us very well, and never earned enough for us. Why, oh why, did he want to be an artist? Though for a long time in later years, he did help me, she said, a lot with money and food, and very consistently, my daughter added, almost proudly. Maybe he did all right, my father said. Oh yes, my daughter said. He became to do okay. Oh, I miss him, my daughter said. So do I, my father said. And they both were very sad with missing me. He really was very sweet, my daughter said, and hardworking too. My father said, you can't expect artists to do as well as lawyers. No, my daughter said, and they both cried at the same time. We really miss him. Me, I woke up screaming. This time, there's no shadow across the soul or the mind, only that from the moon moving through the branches the stars as well this night, shining so strong as the winds touching our bodies beside the thick tree cover us from the rain, stirring up memories and choices, and supplanting the mood of danger and falling with joyousness leaking through the air. Remember the time we went sailing on that big mushroom cloud? It was called Shrooms Galore. You remember? That was before the rapture, a very messy affair. There were bodies strewn about everywhere. What to do? All the bodies. All the bodies. And then we could dock at the Lunarian Rainbow Port, and then we didn't have any trouble. No one was trying to best anyone. No one even thought of that, to best anyone. Why? Why would that cancel mortality? If only you would love me tonight. Later on, if only I wanted you to tonight. But the fog from the factories was killing us, and the mercury and lead in the water, in our blood, bodies strewn everywhere. Who can take care of all the bodies? Now we live inside a giant iguana. We have sleeping shelf beds inside his throat. We eat what he eats. And remember the time we went sailing on a mushroom cloud? It was called Shrooms Galore, Shrooms Galore. Billions of tons of plastic bottles in the Pacific gathering themselves into a toxic island could clog the oxygen in the previously thought to be infinite ocean. These used bottles are making an island of toxic waste, toxic winds, toxic water. Could we build a toxic country on top of the toxic bottles? That wouldn't be hard to find, I think, and there are already many toxic people. I think I know, myself alone, enough toxic people to make a country. Don't you? It's another highway. What is the soul but that we dream it? What is the soul but that we live it? I held you in my arms and hands, then something moved, and I held the air in my hands. Both are wonderful. You are better. Another unreal comparison. And the will of the wind, often deciding many of the changes. Nothing ever pans out for very long. The glint of the gold in the passing light, and I begin to accept not only do I belong with the wind, but I live in the words and images. That's where, what, and who lives in my heart. Just because I like you better than air doesn't mean you'll stay. Go over it again. Air doesn't stay, it is. And the fool's gold shines as well. And the hot sun of the life and the river's song moves within me, even as I find a quiet place by the river in the north for my daughter's ashes and those of her son. I clamber down on the rocks. There is no wind. I mix their ashes together and empty the bag over the water. There is no wind. And then the wind comes up fast, and there's ashes over me and the rocks. Most of the ashes went into the water. I brushed the ashes off my t-shirt from my body, saying goodbye again. We are all part of each other's body. I tell them I will always love them. I was honored to have wonderful, brilliant times with them, and I thank them, and my eyes filling up got into some chanting, the honey chant I used to do. All the ringing and amazing love we shared, ashes over me, there's always some slapstick. And you never know, though you can think you will, how the wind will go, even if you belong to it. What is the soul that we dream it? What is the soul that we live it? The singing of spirits, and spiritual the chattering horses over that river there, and the raccoon lookout, chorus of voices over the sparkling, changing river, soothes us so fine as nothing else can. Love is as love's bereft, sooth the sayer on mountain tops and basement zero, and anywhere in between. The trouble is in the attachment, the fire finds us, and whether it matches, and for how long, the summer inside the moment. Each moment a galaxy we live in through. It's a beautiful galaxy, and find it somewhere else when it subsides. Can't you? Where can the wanderer stay? There's less here than there, but the nature is beautiful. What is the soul that we dream it? What is the soul that we live it? And love, all the care it asks for, and the benefits, and the icon tables, and giraffe glassware. Thank you very much. The heart of the oxygen. Some scars almost disappear with time. Others can seem to take forever. Naggio Alberghese, stung by the moonlit stars. January tells everything, and the frozen moon. Rapture isn't so easy to come by. Sometimes you need to try, and sometimes you need to stop so trying. Letting go of all the narratives of fears, alarms, and dwelling in sorrows. Grief, nothing is static. They say hard and faithless, shock the faithful heart, also soft and yielding. What rest the heart get, always pumping. Let someone hold it, letting go, practice, devotion. Our ruling classes often love power over money. The early morning part of sleep is mystical, you said. What took us this long, going through so much trouble to get together, offered to us, touch the changing, but we don't care. We are grateful. We are here now. We are here now. Did I ever tell you about that time me and that person were walking along the top of the cliff edge, and down, way far down beneath us, the scraggly seashell waves and shore coming thundering in, the waves drenching us and thundering in with all the deluge of nostalgia. And we clambered down the cliff and got all caught up a bit, and then we saw in the cliff there was a cave opening, and we went into the cave opening. There were rooms in there, rooms, and we realized we were in the lost realm of rises within us, and all dreams come true, our eyes sailing over the towns and towers, over the lost gestures and T-rope scales and tallest buildings even, entwined in the golden sun. Over the moats and the galleons rise from the sinkhole in the Atlantic off the coast of Nova Scotia. We reclaim our lives in the soaking tub, antlers and hockey skins hanging all through the room. The candles in our eyes light the place. And Shababa, Shababa. Anna, 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 and Andrew, and Anna, Andrew, vegetables, 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 Anna and Andrew, vegetables. Once again, we're dancing so fine. In the local ice rink, no one will give you a back rub for as long as you want to, as long as you want to, as long as you want to. Along the gold room, fruit and the last licorice and the last licorice trail. They felt, and not for the first time, how they relied and would still gain strength from they were going forward to a creek. There was a sudden tip tapping at the door. And it was the pack rat wanting to get in, and the raven said, nevermore, as I'm up all night translating Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Oh, isn't it already in English, I asked. Well, the person said, Dr. Raven, he was a licensed neuromancy, moving it into the language of today. I said, the language of today, a line remembered, where is today? Oh, the detail, where is today? Would they like it? Were they, Anna and Andrew, vegetables were happy at last, and would they like it? There's always a gap to fill, and you never know when you get a back rub for as long as you want to. Sailors in the theater, maybe life is in the slippage. Sailors are in the theater. He's taught me a lot of things, she said, and the railway running through all our heads, and the railway running through all our heads, and the pillow people so wondered. I so wondered. I so wondered. Is it time to leave the hotel yet? 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 We are all myriad stars and galaxies dancing through and around each other, and the personnel is always changing with insights that's often okay. And also other accents and accentuations happen. There is no other. We are all parts of each other. Sublime string. We are all lost in the stars and sometimes get to touch the molecular tapestry. We are all threads of the magic, get caught up in the dancing weave and the sparkling, sometimes a ray of light beams and heartbeat in the dark. Someone appears so frequently, we dream our skin even is joining. These are the miracles that breathe through us, and the trees and water, the fire in our eyes and ear. War sucks and makes a lot of money. Use these weapons up, gotta buy more, which involves so far mostly killing young men sacrificed to old men's cocks, is it? Who want what symbols of their former high-rise power, the men and women of the ruling class, sheets of blood around the phallus of how have they become so disappointed? Power is all they want, and the spreading lemming tango. That poem has been rejected by 5 reputable magazines. One recently by a very legitimate magazine. They feel they're legitimate. I'm just quoting them. And they said that poem divided the committee. So I was like, so that's kind of excellent, isn't it? Not everyone can divide a committee, or not every poem. So I take excellence from that, yes. Yes. How many people have been to Paris recently here? Yeah, recently? Anyone here? It's beautiful, huh? Cool, beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to read a couple more, and then the 3 of us are going to do an incredibly long thing together. Paris, city of light, of many lights, searchlights scoping the sky, kissing the clouds, elites, so many rues, alleys, tunnels, sweet, psychotic, turbulent, and so sinister. Jimmy looking for Mark, would this be another incredible 5 years? The not other occupying his mind, his every other thought, and sometimes in absolute sequence or a bust. Or forever. Jimmy had such a taste for forever. walking along the Seine, nowhere, no one, going further in, near the Hotel El Dorado. Dorado, El Dorado, the searchlight searching, blazing, the sky now, all the angels dancing, streaming through the dark blue and purple. There was a music of bereft longing, almost of howling, a sky siren song you couldn't rein in, put upon it any parameters, boxes, a sustaining crescendo, rulers of the heart and sky. Jimmy got it on in this alley, that hidden in trees, part of that boulevard, running from the gendarme there, running after a guy there, zippers undone in the brushes, leaves, hidden grottos, bushes, shirts open, nipples flaring, sailor looks in the half dark. Seldom belts open, ready to go fast if need be, and the sexual languor like a Montreal, so many secret and partially open and fully open places. When, say, the moon slyly makes many people's hearts hungry and we go out hunting, same in Paris, same everywhere. Dissolve all the proscenia, the obdurate framing of stasis, selfish brackets, identity. It's only us here, and not for any too long. The ride, don't figure nothing. Is everything relational and contextual? Isn't everything relational and contextual? I walked to the end of the pier, waiting for a liftoff. Water taxi, air float. Flat was the feeling. Despair was my host. Not that. Could not be. Get together with someone. It doesn't matter who. Someone is on his or her way. I saw a sparkling light drawing near. I could almost touch. No guilt, no shame, no longing. It's here now. It's here now. Nothing to figure, nothing to understand. The wait for the liftoff was so worth it. The silver pier, the air, water float, opens its wings to me. I go inside. The ride is starting. Don't need to hold on. Don't need to let go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What did you think about the first one that's still in felt pen on the glossy card? Does it need more work?
I like the word remonstrance.
Oh, thank you. That's a good word, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And now Murray's going to come up here or pull his chair closer in. And they're going to play opening few bars. And then I'm going to come in and we're going to do a thing together. I'm going to get some coffee and water. I got it right here. Has everyone got coffee and water? You okay?
Hey, Bill, I'd rather you do the first 2 bars.
You think? How does it start? If you keep going, I'll come in. I didn't. I don't care if the elevator never stops. I don't care if the elevator never stops. I don't care if the elevator never stops. I don't care if the elevator never stops.
I don't care if the bus never comes. 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 There was nothing more I could have done. There was nothing more I could have done. Going with you, going with you, going with you. In the highway, in the sun, in the sun, in the sun. Coming into the clearing, seeing the boiling green lake, parting the leaves, the magic red trees. What's also ours to take? Ours to take. Ours to take. Touch me in time. Sun's boiling glow. Speakers of stream. Birds, oh birds, oh birds, oh birds far below. In summer, in summer, in summer, in summer, in summer, our lagoon is moving to us, is moving to us. Only that is the season. Of olive smell and hot moss. Onward and candle, honey. We don't do this to know each other. Moving, moving, inside a gypsy caravan. Our horses, eyes of gold, running faster and faster. Rings of almond, rings of smile and silver, hopes and wishes, dreams. Oh, wish ba ba ba, I should be ba ba ba. Running faster, our horses faster, faster than any caustics can come upon us. Faster, faster, faster than any village wind, a wind, a wind. Oh, the stars, oh, the stars. Oh, the stars. Oh, the stars. Can you count the stars? Can you count the stars? Can you count the stars? You're coming me, my coming you. You're coming me, my coming you. Ooh. Can you count the stars? Or can you count the stars? Ooh, shababa, 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 Ushula, Ashula, Ashula, Kushibere, Shabere, Shababa, Ushbaba, Shababa, Ushula, 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 Ushaba, Hayaki, Shaba, Hayaki. Are the stars where we were? Are we seeing them where they are? Do we know? We see, oh, so many stars spilling out all over the skies, all over our eyes, all over our lives. So many stars, 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 stars. So many stars. A hayaki, shaman, a hayaki, shaman, a hayaki. His arms around him, a hayaki. And all the rain trembling in his arms around him. And all the rain trembling in his arms around him. And all the rain trembling in his arms around him. And all the rain trembling in. Her arms around her, and all the rain trembling in her arms around her, and all the rain trembling in her arms around her, and all the rain trembling in, all the rain trembling in, all the sweet rain trembling in. Oh, shibboleth, his arms around her, and all the rain trembling in his arms around her, and all the rain trembling in his arms around her, and all the rain trembling in his arms around her, and all the rain trembling in, trembling in, trembling in, ooh, trembling in. Ooh, can you count the stars? 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 Ooh, shabba, 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 all over the stars, oh 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 the stars. Thank you, everyone. Stay fun, stay true. Merci beaucoup.